Alrighty, y'all. So obviously, as you guys read from the title, it seems like the drama has been handled. At least, I guess the drama was kind of dialing down, but the Prydwen, my boy Ken, ended up messaging me, so we're gonna make a video about this because we made a video about the drama or whatever. But Prydwen ended up changing the rankings for Asuka, so we're gonna see what that's looking like today. This is I don't know. I don't know if they changed it because the community jumped them or because they actually reconsidered. I'm not sure, but obviously Prydwen lately, they've been doing a great job. We're not gonna act like Prydwen has been wrong lately. Sorry for the camera shake there. But obviously when it comes to Prydwen, a lot of people don't agree with their opinions. Like at the end of the day, y'all, before we get into it, I know I'm yapping, but a tier list is not like, it's just opinionated, right? It's just somebody's opinion, right? I know Prydwen is quite the popular website. I'm not trying to knock them down or anything, but their tier list doesn't define what a character is in Nikke. And once you guys start to learn that, it's going to be a lot more easier for you guys to understand, or maybe it's going to make you guys understand a lot more, not to really, like, you know, stress over something like this. The fact that people are stressing over a tier list that somebody put online is ridiculous to me. But let's take a look and see what's popping. So, was she? They didn't even. Okay, so they. I don't even know what her rankings were before. Hold on, let me pull up my old video. Alrighty, so this was her ranking before. Before, they only had her at triple S for boss solos and boss ads, and then double S for high deficit, and then low deficit, and then A in PvP. Now they have her in triple S for low deficit and high deficit story, and then they dropped her down from boss solos, from triple S to SS, and then kept her at triple S for boss ads. At that point, I don't get it. Let's see what their reasoning was. Why would they have her at triple S for boss ads? You guys got to remember, Asuka does nothing besides normal attack damage. So, obviously she's powerful against certain types of enemies, but why would they have her still at triple S for a double? Let me see. Let's go to bosses. That's all I care about. Okay, so Asuka, that's the first thing because her name starts with an A, y'all. Remember, this is not ranked in order. For people who don't understand, this is not ranked in order. This goes based on the first letter of their name, if you couldn't already tell. A lot of people think this is like ranked in order. I see Ray. Oh my gosh, yo, we really got some meta PvP characters, or PvP meta collab characters. We really got some meta collab characters. Scarlet got a ranking change. Fine, this is the first time they gave Scarlet a ranking change. Yo. Okay. Yo, they made some changes for real. Yo, they made some changes. Holy shit. Yo, they made some changes. Oh my god. Yo, they made some changes. They dropped Dorothy. Yo, we're about to look at this. Let me see Asuka's stuff. I'm sorry, I'm dragging. Okay, so the demotion is not because she performs below expectations, but rather we are fixing the tier list so that it could be easier to differentiate meta units across tiers and within the same rank. In the past, our gap of tolerance before a unit is promoted or demoted was too large. About 10 to 20% of performance difference was not enough reason for us to place them in a different tier. However, now that this update has tightened the scope from S to SSS and demotes many units from S to A, we can now visualize / highlight these performance gaps much more I don't even know what that word says. Conveniently. I'm stupid. I do know what that word says. Conveniently. I'm not. Alrighty. So, okay, Asuka's powerful DPS potential. Her support buffs are outstanding, better than anything. The reason for her demotion is in fact because it's hard to skill. That it is hard to skill her further. And her, okay, like obviously they're not gonna say. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, y'all, because we all know this. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. They're not gonna say Asuka was demoted because of Sky, right? But If Sky never made that video, this character would have never got her ranking change. Let's just keep it a buck, right? I'm sorry. I know like that's kind of a shot at Prydwen. I really don't mean no disrespect, but that's the reality, right? If Sky didn't make a video about this, they probably would have never changed their rankings. But even still, it's not like they did anything drastic, right? They just dropped it from triple S to SS. Wow. Like what? She's still triple S in 3 out of 5 of the categories on Prydwen. So I would still say that's pretty good, right? But for her to be that high, right? Like for example, in reality, is she better than Modernia? Right? This is how like some people would rank it though, right? If you look at her rankings overall, triple S, they're triple S in the same tiers and double S in the same tier. But in PvP, Asuka's A, Modernia's B. Would you have Asuka over Modernia? That's the question of the day for you guys. Obviously, I know the answer, but I want to see how much of you guys like rank. Based on your answer to that question, I'll be able to know how you guys rank a tier list. Would you say Asuka is better than Modernia or Modernia is better than Asuka based on these 2 tiers, right? Based on these 2 tiers for said character, who would you say is better, right? That's question of the day. Let's take a look at Ray because they gave her double S and down near everything but boss solos, which makes sense because obviously she's better when it comes to mobs. And then obviously story, she's gonna be triple S, right? She has a 990% attack multiplier on top of attack damage percentage, my bad, on top of like a 50% damage taken, a 50% attack damage buff, not to mention she has her own attack buff as well, right? So I think this is already good. This is looking good. This collab is already proving to be good. The fact that Asuka's reached this high, Ray has reached this high. Remember, y'all, if they're not triple S, doesn't mean that they're not. But like these characters in double S are not bad. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. If they're not in triple S, they just consider them bad. But double S, this is really good rankings. This is really good rankings, right? So keep that in mind. Dorothy got dropped. She has no triple S anymore. D Killer Wife still up there. Laplace still up, or Litter up there. Red Hood. Did they drop her tiers or were they always like that? I don't know. Were they always like that? Because I don't see any change for Red Hood here. In Bossing, I don't see a change for Red Hood. So I guess her ranking was... okay. They brought Red Hood's burst 1 to SS. That's what they did. Everything else was not touched. Okay. So this got put up. This got put up to double S. Okay. Obviously, you know, the Bunny Girls have been kind of like tampered with a bit with their rankings. They dropped from time. Crown and Naga are still up here. They also lowered Tia's ranking just a tad bit. I believe Tia was also triple S in everything but PvP. But obviously Crown and Naga is kind of the main duo now, so like she's gonna just drop down a bit. She's still fantastic though, don't get it twisted now. For the first time in like a god-awful long time, they finally changed Scarlet's rankings. It's nothing crazy, but she used to be like triple S in everything, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let me see what they changed exactly. Scarlet went down from triple S to SS in story. I don't know which story. What else did she drop in? That's it. That's it. No, okay. All they did was take this down. Her high deficit. That's all they did. They took that down, right? And it's understandable. Scarlet is still a great character, y'all. But my problem with Scarlet, or my whole problem, like, it's not even a problem, but if we keep getting more DPSs and stuff like that, obviously Scarlet is going to drop down in ranking if those DPS ends up being better, right? Scarlet only offers damage. So if there's other characters doing what she's doing, but better, then it's more natural for those characters to go higher in ranking. That's just common sense, I feel like, right? Right, like I think that's just common sense. Realistically, obviously Scarlet is more different because she has an AoE that's going to be helpful. That's more helpful than someone like Asuka who doesn't have an AoE, right? That's helpful in PvP. That's helpful in just mob clearing. Her damage output is fantastic again, but Asuka's is as well. So there's that. Senti, I feel like Senti is still a great character, but literally, like, I don't know if I would still have her. I would probably drop her down to like, nah, because you gotta remember, her as a character is still good. Senti as a character is still very good. Even if she's not being used as much, she's still very, very good. Obviously, I'm not going to go over the entire tier list because you guys know damn well we do not care about none of these characters in the bottom. What we care about is, I guess, what the drama was about, which was Asuka, and they changed that. Rem also got her rankings here. Let's see her pros and cons before we wrap up this video. I don't really care about her pros. I want to see her cons, right? Personal DPS is not astonishing. Okay, the supported buffs are rather prohibitive or more impactful for some DPS more than others. I mean, okay, she's a fire buffer though, so sure, I guess that's a con in a sense, but it's actually a fire buffer, if that's what they mean. I don't know if that's exactly what they're talking about, like her buffing up fire characters. Needs max ammo. Yep, she does. She does. This is the one thing I would like. 1 billion. She needs max ammo. I'm so tired of her reloading. If you don't have the, like, she would shoot 300 and then reload, and it's always through the burst skill, and it's like, oh my god, she's reloading through like a good portion of her full burst. Come on, bro. Like, be for real. She's reloading a full portion of her full burst. You need ammo capacity. You need max ammo. You do. You do. Or you do need reload buffers. Even that's not enough. You need ammo capacity. I'm sorry. You do. Other than that, I don't really disagree with her rankings. In PvP, I expect it to be very high with 990% attack buff. Boss solo makes sense. She's more of a mob character than a solo character, so that makes sense. She's not bad against single enemies, but she's just better against mobs, hence why she's triple S in low deficit. In high deficit, it depends on how much damage output she's actually going to be able to do, but double S is fine for someone who has AoE and does do decent damage. Not to mention she's supporting, right? Obviously, and the same thing goes with PvP, same thing goes with boss ads. So again, I don't want like to promote this narrative that like Prydwen is a bad website. That's not my job or anything like that. If you don't rock with Prydwen, then you don't rock with Prydwen. If you do rock with Prydwen, then you rock with Prydwen. My job is none of that. My job is just to simply cover the tier list that a lot of people, I don't even need to cover Prydwen's tier list, right? But because they're so influential, and because it's a free video, and because I'm a YouTuber who makes content and has to make videos for a living, and I'm gonna make a video about it, let me not get into all that stuff. That's kind of like the main reason. Let's not get it twisted. The second reason is the main reason, right? If Prydwen wasn't that big of a website, I would never record this video. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to lie to you guys. But yeah, I mean, again, they changed the rankings, but I still think it's good overall. I still think Asuka's good overall. I didn't need Prydwen to tell me that. I think Ray is good overall. Again, I did not need Prydwen to tell me that, but I'm glad for the people who do just believe what Prydwen says fully with their life. And it's not a problem if you do. It's definitely not a problem if you do, but I'm glad that they did, you know, kind of rank them high, right? For the people, right? If you're asking, should you summon? Hopefully Prydwen. If you don't want to take my word, hopefully Prydwen can give you a little idea. Remember, these are characters who will never come back. This is triple S in 3 out of 5 of the categories for a character who's never coming back. Remember that. So, hey, one and only chance. Don't fumble for no collab, anniversary, whatever it is. The anniversary is better. Don't get it wrong. The anniversary character is 10 times better, but you can get the anniversary character any single time after the anniversary goes away. Any banner, you can get it, besides the friendship banner, right? Any banner that comes out, anniversary characters on it. Asuka's never coming back, and she's very good. So it's really up to you to decide what you want to do, but for now, that's just a little lit. You guys let me know what you think. It's your boy, Zxous. I'm out. Peace.